Well, it's cooled off a lot today. It's kind of cloudy and kind of chilly and sprinkling a little bit of rain now and then. We've got our larger jobs pretty well done, so we've scaled the crew back from 12 to 5 people, and it'll take a little bit longer, but we'll keep a little more of the money at home that way. But anyway, it's kind of a chilly day out there, and I'm going to take them all a good hot mocha and warm them guys up a little bit. I think they'll like that. Got a couple new guys on the crew. They won't know what to think about a white guy treating them to a mocha. Most of them never seen a white guy work in the field. So, but I like to work out there with those guys. Well, I got a lot of this fuel cut down this morning. That was some pretty good exercise right there. You have to bend over just enough to make you sweat. So now I gotta go cut Victor some more wood. He's just burning up the wood. I think we'll get this done sometime tomorrow. I don't know how many trees are out here. I gotta count them. Got to separate out the 1-signers and the 2-signers because they're different price. Old Rogelio, the guy I was talking about, that was so upset about the $3. I told Victor about this guy. I said, he's going to get in your face and squawk about the price. And sure enough, he come out, Victor said, no, $3, don't you think it's too much? And he's already tried to steal Victor and go start his own grafting job. He don't know a damn thing about it, but he's going to go start his own grafting business. Well, I better cut that boy some wood. Catch up with you guys later. Okay, I am going to take a moment here and address a question that someone left on, I believe, the last video that I put up. And I love the questions. I will take the time to answer the sincere questions, the people that really want to know about this, that are really interested. I don't care how late it is, how tired I am. I will answer your questions. You know, this stuff, over the years, I've had people say to me, like, aren't you afraid of giving away your trade secrets, and aren't you worried about one of your guys taking off and starting on his own? No, I'm not at all worried. If they want to pay the dues I've paid, man, you're welcome to it, and I'll even help you. You know, so I'm not worried about anybody stealing my career at this point. And besides, anybody that wants to can go start grafting. This manager here wants to start a grafting business, and but the only thing about it is, no matter what they do, they're not going to have my name, and that's my business. So anyway, I wanted to take the time and address this question. There was a gentleman that said, well, I assume gentleman, who said, it seems like you're wasting a lot of wood, just throwing a lot of wood away. And I wanted to address that. The thing is, some of this wood, there's a whole piece that I haven't even cut yet, and I'm going to throw the whole thing away because it's, I don't know if you can tell what you can see, but it's green. Anytime you see these buds that protrude like that, they're not mature. This wood did not harden off real well. You have to use wood where the buds are real tight, real close to the wood, like these. See, that one's tight, that one's tight. You can see the difference between this bud, where my thumb is, and these buds up on this end. So this whole piece, there's really, you know, there's one I don't like. There's really maybe, well, I'm not even going to get one piece out of this because it's just too green. It's immature, And I know these buds are immature and it's too risky. Cherries are a tough animal. That's just part of the things you have to know about cherries. Now, apple wood, the gentleman talked about me wasting all this wood. Well, where this wood, where it bends and starts to get rubbery, I know that's going to be pithy inside and have a brown center, and that's not good. I may have shown that. I think I did show that in a video earlier on this season. So we don't use this wood where it bends. That's the end of it. So you see, we're going to cut this piece that's hardened off here. That's got where that cut is. That's going to dry out a little bit, and that'll be hard to cut. So I'll take an inch off of that, and then that only leaves you 2 pieces. So it looks like I'm just throwing away tons of wood, but really I'm not. Most of these will only yield 2 and 3. And then there's another thing I want to show you. You can see this union right here. You can see there's a little spot there. And what that is where the tree stopped growing. It started in the season, started out and growing this shoot, and then it began to set a crop, and it put all of its energy into the fruit. Now, once you unload it of its fruit at harvest time, then sometimes it'll take off and start to grow again. The energy will go back into growing the tree rather than producing the fruit. And this is called late growth from here up. So this is a good piece of wood down here. But a lot of times you don't get much out of this late growth. You might get 1 piece out of it. But depending on the growing season, sometimes more of it will harden off than other years. Some years you might only get 10 inches of growth of late growth. But you still got to stop where it gets rubbery. And cherries will grow way more than apples. In California, those grafters down there, they'll cut down a tree and have a 6-inch stump and hang 1 graft on there, maybe plums and something like that, and they're good to go because their growing season is so long that it will heal that stump over. And that's not the case. It's a different animal here in the Northwest. We have a short growing season. And if you put just 1 graft on there, then the other side is going to start getting dieback into the stump, and you may lose the tree. So you have to put more grafts on here because you want to bridge the calcium. You want that calcium bridge between the grafts as you go around the stump. And I think I've talked about that before in other videos. So I may repeat myself some, but I know some people are, not going to watch all the videos, and I wouldn't expect you to. But I saw a couple of orchards today that I want to stop and do a little bit of video and answer a couple other questions. One of them was my good friend George, the Shade Tree Fix-It Man, had asked me about some tree spreaders. Well, he didn't call them that because he didn't know that's what they're called, but he talked about pieces of wood that were grafted into the trees. And by that he meant they had grown into the limbs and on the ends. And I saw an orchard today where I can stop and explain that. I explained the principle behind that, but I didn't actually address the spreaders themselves. So I think I'll try to do that just as soon as I can. And keep sending the questions. I enjoy it, and it keeps me sharp. It makes me think about things that I just, have taken for granted so long that sometimes I don't even think to talk about them. So appreciate you guys watching, I really do, and hope this helps somebody. Hope somebody along the way wants to do maybe a multi-variety tree in their backyard or whatever, and they can maybe glean some information from these videos that will be helpful. So thanks a lot, guys. Here's another example of that late growth, and probably a better specimen. I think you'll be able to see this as we get to it here. Right there. You can see where it stopped growing and then started up again. Well, I just went over to the cold storage to check on the wood situation. And there's about 3/4 of bin left over there. And it's not going to be enough to do this job. And that's a shame, because this is a good little job. There's about 4,000 trees out there. And that's the way it goes. I'm just glad I didn't cut them all down. We'll just have to do the rest of them next year. This wood was left over from a job that we did down in Royal City. Well, our first job of the season. It's the same variety. It's Coral Champagne. But I'm going to just... Of Corey just called the manager to get that other bin of wood over here, and I'll get that cut up, and hopefully it's enough to do the trees that I have cut down. I may have to go back through the scrap and I can glean a few pieces out of it, not a lot, but those trees are bigger on the other side, so I can use a little bit bigger wood. And I was grading out a lot of the big wood, or some of it, because we had small trees on that one side. Little wood on little trees, big wood on big trees. That's how that works. Anyway, too bad we don't get to do this job. I was really, we were really liking this one, but that's the way it goes. First your money, then your clothes. I've already called the next grower, and he's getting his wood today, so I'm glad I took care of that this morning. That way we have a place to go first thing tomorrow morning, because we'll get this done out here today. I'm pretty sure whatever we have wood to do. Okay, guess that's all about that. Just all part of the business. Sorry for shaking you guys around so much, but you'll be okay. Okay, we'll document this occasion. We're pulling into the airport here. Victor Jr.'s been here for 11 days. You guys sit still. Stop that. Quit jumping around. Yeah, and I've worked him right up to the last minute. Got everything I could out of him.
Yeah, oh look, they're bored.
There's your plane. Victor takes his vacation every year and comes to help Grandpa, right?
Oh yeah. Anytime.
Yeah, so here we are. We're at the airport.
With a pleasure.
Thank you so much, Victor. It really means a lot to us that you come help us, and it just means a lot more every year after year. When did you start with us? How, you were like 15, probably?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I was doing pretty bad.
Yeah. Well, you're doing pretty good now. You're doing real good now. Well, we sure appreciate your help.
Yeah, 15, 16 years old.
Yeah, and you're going to be 33 this year?
30.
Yeah, you wish. All right, I love you, buddy.
Love you too.
Give your kids a hug for me.
Will do.
Tell them great grandpa says hi.
Yeah. Well, we'll be in touch.
All right, thanks so much, Victor.
No problem.
All righty.
Always fun.
Yeah.
All right, see you soon.
Okay.
Bye.
Take care. Well, we had a pretty good day after all. Thought we were going to get rained out. It sprinkled a little bit, but we didn't get rained out. We got to work all day. And I have a very strong dislike for paperwork, but I got to download some I-9s and W-4s, because I got a couple of new guys out there. We got to stay on top of this stuff. I'd much rather be out there on a chainsaw than doing paperwork. Yuck. All right. See you guys later.